What's up guys, it's Lord Both here with another video, and today we are talking Star Wars because the lead writer on the Rey movie has left the project. This comes to us from Variety. Star Wars movie with Daisy Ridley loses screenwriter Stephen Knight. There is another disturbance in the Force. Screenwriter Stephen Knight has departed the Star Wars movie set to follow Daisy Ridley's Rey after the events of 2019 Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. In March 2023, Variety exclusively reported that Knight had signed on to the project, replacing original screenwriters Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson. Those are the Game of Thrones guys, so apparently this was the project for Star Wars that they were supposed to head up. The Rey movie, guys, yeah, this is the movie that those guys decided that they weren't going to care about the end of Game of Thrones anymore for. So great job, Disney Star Wars. Not only did you help ruin Star Wars, you also helped ruin the end of Game of Thrones. Lucasfilm is actively talking with potential writers to take on the story, which has been said to chronicle Rey's efforts to start a new Jedi Academy, but the delay likely means production won't start until well into 2025 at least. Yeah, it'll probably be long after that too. My thoughts are it's probably going to take a while for them to get a writer on the project, and the writer that they are probably going to get is probably going to be a woman. And it's probably going to be a woman that doesn't have a lot of credits to her name in terms of writing, if any at all. And if it is a woman that does have writing credits, it would be a real surprise to me if she doesn't end up leaving the project at some point, and then they find a woman with zero writing credits to come on and do the project, because this thing is clearly headed into the Solo, Blade, Captain America, Brave New World vein of cursed projects. It's already starting with this thing. Charmin Obaid-Chinoy is still attached to direct the film, which would be her feature debut. Yes, the documentary filmmaker, who only ever directed a few episodes of Marvel shows for actual fictional project credit. So you already have an untested director, you're going to probably have an untested writer. It's all shaping up very well for them to be a success, I'm sure. It wouldn't be surprised that whatever veteran writer they might hire next, if she ends up leaving, because again, it will be a she, I'm fairly certain of that, Obaid-Chinoy will probably end up also writing the project too at some point. If this project still continues to be as cursed as I think it's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if you see rumors swirling around that Obaid-Chinoy might leave. Doesn't mean she will, but I mean, if this thing continues on to where you don't see release dates to maybe 2030, at some point she's going to have to move on, right? Or consider moving on. Knight, meanwhile, has been a prolific creative force in film and TV. Yes, most notably, Stephen Knight is known for writing on the Peaky Blinders, which he has a movie version coming out soon. So it makes sense that Disney wasn't very happy with the scripts he probably was trying to write. Because he's a man, and he typically writes, masculine storylines with masculine leads like Tommy Shelby. I mean, that's what he's known for, right? And gritty yet intellectual gangster television and film is not something I think they're trying to go with for the Rey movie. Though it could work for the next movie they mentioned here. The next Star Wars movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, from director Jon Favreau, is scheduled to premiere in May 2026. I don't think that film is gonna go well either. Disney has slated 2 more Star Wars films for December 2026 and December 2027, but has not yet confirmed their titles. That's because they're not probably actually going to happen. I always thought it was weird when I heard that Stephen Knight was going to write for this Rey movie. Mostly because I knew his credits on Peaky Blinders, and I was like, hey, that guy's actually a pretty good writer. Why in the hell would they ever consider bringing him on for the Rey movie? Especially given the fact that he's, a man. And the director specifically likes to make men feel uncomfortable. That's her, main selling point, right? And the fact that she directed 1 or 2 episodes of a television show and a documentary, that's it with her. So clearly, merit is not 100% what they were looking for when getting a director. Why is it considered when they were thinking of bringing on a writer? Maybe it was just to work people's hopes up that they were going to get actually a good script. Maybe they thought he could actually turn in a script that they would like, do what they want him to do. But no, of course, Stephen Knight wrote probably a good story that was focused on the story. Nah, this isn't what we're looking for. Not enough toxic femininity in this. Not enough Rey is going to do it better than all the other Jedi Masters that came before her because, she's a girl. Even though we've had girl Jedi Masters and heads of the Jedi Council and all that before. So yeah, it's looking like this project is going into the bucket of cursed projects, both at Marvel and at Lucasfilm. I highly doubt it will ever get made, and when it does get made, it will probably lose money, because they're probably going to dump a ridiculous amount of money into this project, even though they know it's not going to work. Because Star Wars at this point is just Kathleen Kennedy's sandbox to produce every dog shit idea she's ever had that got rejected while she was getting Lucas and Spielberg coffee, and now we have to endure it. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. We'll talk to you again later.